Alright, welcome back to Omni Garage. So for those of you who follow us on Instagram, you'll know that a wee while ago I put a post up about all the Ryobi tools that we had. You know, I took a picture of the back of the car, and we're slowly working through the products that we've bought collectively, and we're sort of making a catalogue of all the Ryobi tools, how we use them, the pros and cons about the tool, and just basically a brief overview of the tool, because I find that when I go onto the Ryobi website, there's a brief little introduction about the tool, and you find maybe 4 or 5 little bullet points about the tool, but there's nothing like someone actually telling you what the tool's really like and seeing it in action. So that's exactly what we're doing. So today we've got the Subaru Ryobi petrol powered lawnmower here. So this is a 190cc 4-stroke engine, and it's powered by Subaru, which is a bit of a coincidence because, as you know, on the channel, 2 Subaru WRXs, so why not have a Subaru powered lawnmower. The fuel capacity of this mower is just a touch under 1 litre. The width of the deck is 460 millimetres, and it's got sort of 10 ride heights or 10 mowing heights that range from 10 millimetres up to 75 millimetres. A few good features that this mower has is it's got a mulching plug or a mulching kit that comes with it that sits in the back there, and that just allows you, when you're mowing on sort of level 6 to 10, that you can mow your grass without having your catch installed on the back, and that mulching kit just sort of pushes the grass down onto the ground. Now I sort of prefer to do that when I'm mowing the lawn, and that means that I don't have to empty the catcher all the time. That also means that I don't have to be reliant on filling up my compost bin or having to dispose of the clippings. So that's a feature I really like. On top of the deck here is a little hose attachment, male hose attachment that allows you to connect the hose, and that basically allows you to clean the deck. So turn the mower on, connect it up, and that just pushes water down, and as the blade spins around, it's cleaning the underside of the deck. So that's a feature I also really use. So the variant I have here with the Subaru engine, to my knowledge, is no longer available. Ryobi have sort of replaced that with one that comes with a 190cc Yamaha engine, and I've done a little bit of research on the Ryobi website and the Bunnings website in New Zealand, and I can't find it anywhere. So I guess I've just replaced that with that Yamaha variant. The only difference I've noticed is that it does come with the self-propelled mechanism, which could be a really nice feature to use. If you're interested in seeing this mower in action, skip to the end of the video where we show it, but basically cutting grass is cutting grass. I've had this mower for a couple of years now, and Ryobi say that once you've done about 25 hours worth of mowing, that it's time for an oil change, so that's exactly what I'm going to do now. So the mower's been outside for the last 10 minutes. I've just let it run, and that's just helped heat that oil up ready so that when I tip the mower over, it all should just pour out nice and easily. So unlike draining oil from a car where you get underneath and you undo a little sump plug and the oil drains out from the bottom, lawnmower, well, particularly this one, doesn't have anything underneath. So what you have to do is you have to take your oil cap off there, and you're going to end up tipping the mower that way, and you essentially are tipping out that oil. So I managed to pour all the oil out of the engine here. Now this is just a spout off a funnel that you would use to fill your car up with oil. So I just stuck that on top, and that just made it a lot easier to drain that oil out into that pan. And then as we were getting empty, I just took it off and let the little extra drain out. But we've probably got close to half a litre of oil out of here, and the oil's not overly dirty. So now I'm going to fill this up with sort of 0.6 of a litre of 10W30 Castrol 4-stroke engine oil. That's the recommended oil for this mower, 10W30. So we'll put half of this in, and we'll see if we're getting close to full. So that's about half of that bottle there, so that's probably about 0.5 of a litre. I'll just let that drain and settle down, and then I'll check it with our dipstick. So we'll put our dipstick in here, our oil cap, and we'll see how we're going, see if we need to top it up. So we're just in between the 2 dots. I don't know if you're going to see it on camera, but we're right in the middle there. So I might add just a little bit more oil. That will probably just do us. One last check on seeing what level that oil's at now that I've added that little bit of top up. And you can just see as I twist this around on the light there that it's sitting just on that high spot there, on that sort of high level 0 or little O cutout on that part there. So happy with that. So we're all good to go there on the oil side of things. So if we come around to the front of the engine here, we'll take off our spark plug cover, and I am going to take the spark plug out and give it a bit of a clean. I don't have a new one, but I do have a wire brush that I will use to clean the top of the spark plug. So I've got my spark plug socket attachment there, and I can just take this off. And as you can see, it's pretty dirty, and actually that's got quite short, so I will be needing a new spark plug in the near future, but for now I'm just going to give it a nice little clean up with the wire brush. So a nice wire brush like this one, and you can just clean the end of these spark plugs up. Helps to keep it fresh, but as you can see, it has worn down, so I will be needing a new one. I went to the local department store this afternoon to get some oil and stuff, and I was going to buy a new Champion spark plug, but they didn't have any, so I'll just have to reuse this one for the time being. So that's cleaned that up nice and easy there, and ready to screw it back in. Now in the manual that came with the mower, it said that if you were going to reuse an old spark plug, to tighten this up 1/8 to 1/4 of a turn. If you were going to use a new spark plug, then that's half a turn. Once you can feel that the spark plug's basically seated on the metal, and I can feel that it's seated there. I'm using this spark plug socket here with an extension because I just can't quite get my my wrench in there close enough just to tighten it up. So I suppose that's going to be 1/2 to 1/8 of a turn, and then we can put our cap back on, and there we are, spark plug nice and clean. The last thing left to do to finish the service off of this lawnmower is to change out the air filter. Now after my last mow last week, I chucked the old air filter out, so we don't have one in here, and I went to local department store, got the Ryobi lawnmower air filter, which is the specific kind for this particular mower here. So this is super easy to insert. The old one was really filthy, so it was definitely time for a new one. Nice new clean air filter, and it just clips in place on top there. So there we are, put the cap back on, and that's all done.
So we're all serviced, but it wouldn't be a Ryobi lawnmower video without us showing you this in action. So obviously all lawnmowers are going to be pretty much the same when we're cutting grass here. You're not going to see a whole lot that is exciting, but we've got to wrap it up by showing you the Subaru Ryobi lawnmower in action. So that's a quick wrap up of the lawnmower in use. So this is actually the first time that I've used Glenn's lawnmower, and what I really liked about this is number one, we've got the easy pull start, and the handle is right at the top here. So you do need to prime it, but it's really easy to turn this on. You've got the adjustable height settings as well. So having 10 different settings to cycle through is quite nice. This is a tall fescue lawn, and we're in the height of summer here at the moment in New Zealand. So I was cutting on the highest setting, which is about 75 mils off the ground. Glenn's had no problems with this lawnmower in his years of ownership, absolutely no problems at all, which is absolutely fantastic. You don't want to have to be dealing with lawnmower issues, and also cleaning the deck. You know, this is cleaned every mow without fail, and that's because of some of the features like having the attachment here to put the hose onto to do the deck clean. Makes it really, really easy. And how could this be more fitting? You know, Subaru Ryobi lawnmower. We have a great selection of Ryobi tools and we love them. Have a check on the channel if you want to see any of our other Ryobi videos. But obviously with two WRXs sitting in the garage, having the Ryobi paired up with a Subaru engine, absolutely perfect. So thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.